Hello, this is Maggie. I want to give you a real quick tour of our website and highlight some of the maps that are available on the site. The website is river2cloop.org, and if you bring up the home page, you can see that one of the main things we have here is this navigation bar across the top, and there's quite a lot of information here. Every one of these is a drop-down menu that has lots of information about the loop and what's available. But also on the home page is these three columns, which has the most recent news in the first two columns, and on the third column we have the map icons. So these are various kinds of navigation maps to help you find your way around the loop. This first map here is an ArcGIS map, and it's of the entire loop. Well, they're all of the entire loop. And you can see that it uses the standard Florida Department of Transportation color coding system, which is green means completed segments, gold means in construction, purple means in design, and red means it's not yet been budgeted. This little section right down here is what we call the Gobbler's Gap, and that will be completed within the next few weeks, so we're very excited about that. This particular map also has on it trailheads. For instance, here's the Green Spring trailhead. And it also includes campgrounds. So for instance, going down here to Lake Monroe Park, you can see that it is not only a trailhead, but also a campground. So this is quite a useful map for people that are planning an extended tour around the loop. Now, going back to the home page, the other three map icons indicate Google Maps, which a lot of people are more used to using. The thing that makes this final map here, the last one on the lower right, a little different is that in addition to the entire Sun Trail network, which all of these maps do have on it, you can see here's the loop going up to St. Augustine, but we also include the Coast to Coast Trail, which is heading south toward Orlando, goes down through Winter Garden and all the way across. But in addition to that, we also include the Lake Monroe Loop because there's so much interest in this beautiful 26-mile loop around Lake Monroe. So as you can see, it follows the two sun trails across the top northernmost leg. This is where the Coast to Coast and the St. Johns River to Sea Loop are running together. Then the Coast to Coast drops down to the south, goes across the protected 1792 bridge across the lake, across the St. Johns River, and down here in Seminole County, the Coast to Coast continues south while the Lake Monroe Loop goes east toward Sanford. And I've been told that this section here along Lakeshore Drive just recently opened, so I will be making that green as soon as I verify that that's the case. So these are really, really great maps for navigation and planning and all that. Now I'm going to take you back to the home page and we can take a look at our story maps, which are here under the map link. So you can go to the top tab here, which is the Nature and History Corridor, and click on this icon, which will take you to a tabbed map, which is our Nature and History Corridor. So the first tab includes all kinds of sites along the what is the first leg of our Nature and History Corridor, which is this leg down here in southwest Volusia. So you can see it's got all kinds of images on it, starting here with Hickory Bluff. This is a trailhead at Hickory Bluff, and we can continue on. We can either continue on by clicking on the points on the map or by clicking through the images and information pages. So here we are at our kiosk on Jacob Brock Avenue, and the next one is going to be well, it would have been I wanted to show you the Enterprise Museum. We just put a new picture up, which is one I just took on Thursday night. So yeah, this is the whole nature and history corridor that has all of the points of interest. The Bartram site specifically calls out the places that Bartram wrote about in his travels. So here's the Beresford Plantation up here. Here's Blue Spring he wrote about. Here's what he called Bartram's Bluff. He named it after himself, but we now call it High Banks. And then if you scroll down here, you can see what he wrote about Green Spring Park and Sweetwater Stream, and down here is Mariners Cove Park. So those are all things that are actually featured, maybe not by those exact names, but the points have been identified as ones that Bartram did explore in his travels. Here's the beginning of our African American history story map. So it's got the map on it of the Garfield community, which is now mostly, well, it's most of these sites here have been erased, but they are now absorbed into the town of Deltona. Here's the Rosenwald School that was once present, and here's their historic farming area, the work camp for the turpentine mill, and right here where our trail crosses Garfield Boulevard is where the Black History commemorative kiosk is. So we can really do quite a lot with these story maps, and I think they're very informative and useful for navigation. So that concludes our tour of the maps on the web.